Thank you very much for being present to me. I actually had to that I had to restart my it's quite excited for build acting up on had to read it. So thank you very much for your patience. Just trying to get my stuff here and then back in business. I need to get my Twitter running. Yep, so thanks. Awesome. Be a back. Thank you very much for staying with me. Well, like I was saying, build was awesome, guys. Build was um lots of announcement, lots of stuff, lots and lots of today. Um, I will be talking about. I'll be kind of like unveiling that I talked about a bit, but I'll be focusing Azure Static Web. Talk about the jump back and we'll just jump into our very first one. Well, so what are some of the that was talked about? Well, if you missed it, I think all the videos are available. You know what? Let's go check it out ourselves. AKA Flash build. Let me put that in class. Dot Flash build should take you here. And you know what? I mean, for the sakes of build, let's just watch some of the very favorite times of build. This, I mean, I was blown away. Check this out.
Right now, but if you want to add that, chat about it after this.
Good morning and welcome to Build. We're living through extraordinary times. There are tens and thousands of you tuned in from dozens of countries around the world.
It is such a pleasure to connect with you all virtually today.
Oh, hey there.
We're here together and we're making remote technology work.
Developers are the driver of innovation in the world we live in today.
The usage of ISV apps and line of business apps in Teams has been growing rapidly.
So put simply, Teams is changing the way people work and learn.
All right, very good.
Great to be here today. I, of course, have my Starbucks ready to go.
And do I.
Role of developers is more important than ever.
Experts predict over 500 million new applications will be built in the next 5 years. That opportunity obviously comes with a huge challenge.
Very excited to announce Azure Synapse Link, providing the ability to get immediate insights for your business.
Yep.
It's cool. I'm impressed.
It might be easier if I just take over your machine. Oh,
It's a tiny cat.
hey.
A mouse with a tiny head. Hello. Anybody on the call? Nope. I guess it's just us.
Coming together as a community is more important than ever.
Congratulations!
This opportunity is what grounds us in our mission, and it starts by empowering you, the developers.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today.
Thank you for being a part of Build 2020.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being there when the world needed you the most.
Yes, and it's a thank you from the build. That was awesome. Well, yeah. No, sometimes I don't know. I'm not surprised you have not eating quite hyper. Hey, yeah, so that was it. This is just like half of how we went, and it was a and big ups to all the Microsoft that pulled off. It was virtual. For those who don't know, build is annual Microsoft Dev. That is somewhere around 2000 and something. But this year, I'll tell you, lots and lot of sessions. You can go back and then you can watch all the sessions and click watch on demand. Let's actually do that. Click on watch on demand sessions. All the sessions, all the sessions one that you can watch. You can select, you can filter by the topics or the products you want to watch. Okay, there you go. Well, a few of the stuff that I want to kick off with is a lot of cool stuff. But the first thing I want to talk about here is the Microsoft Learn TV. Let me open Microsoft Learn TV. Well, in the era of COVID and everything being and all that, Microsoft thought it wise. You know what? Let's put together stuff we have on build. Let's create a team content for this, and that led to of Learn. Now, and if you go to Learn TV, just a bunch of resources from there to Xamarin, Sharp to Azure to almost all the goodness is on .NET TV. Go there now, you play content. You can, just like the way you would have any of these cable online, similar thing. But here, content are specific on stuff on the Microsoft platform. Blazor.net, a lot of stuff you can learn from the Microsoft Learn TV. It's in preview, but you can go check it out. Let's know back and hey, you're definitely it. Wow. Well, the next cool thing that I want to talk about is the Microsoft Code Spaces. Now, yes, probably might have heard that there was a talk of Microsoft Visual Studio Online, right? Now, CodeSpace kind of like Microsoft Online on steroids. So built within, with GitHub integration, everything, you can pretty much, checking, write code, review everything from technically any device. You don't need any high-powered machine, laptop to do. All you need is internet connection. You can pretty much do it everywhere. Now it brings you closer to your code, the repository, ID experience. So if you're familiar with Visual Studio, the experience is there. It's amazing. It's amazing. Um, to code space. There you go. Go, go. Let's up and let me. So there you go. Now you can request early access to go into code space. Quite simple. As you can, same environment. You can edit your code right there within GitHub. You can make changes. You can submit. You can pull. You can do pull requests. You can pretty much do everything. But now you don't need to. You don't have any excuse not to contribute to open source project because CodeSpace make this available. You don't need any high powered. You have a tablet that has internet connection. It has an IDE, IDE experience, and trust me, cool stuff. All your extensions there. You can develop from anywhere, anything. And one of the cool things was when Spring Build that Scott called one of the speakers, and they kind of like went through it on the phone. You know, that is what CodeSpace node, your TypeScript, whatever it is. So go to github.com features code space. Let me copy this now. Request an early access and go have fun with code spaces. Trust me, not regret that. That is the second thing I want to get off my checklist. Code spaces. Yep. Now, what is the other thing? Well, you might not know, but those in the area of robotic process that's like manual processes that are automated, Microsoft just actually acquired soft means that soft motives robotic automation that they have is not going to be part of Azure or sorry, Power Automate. Now you can have the power of these companies to give great and awesome product. And one of these days I'll probably the UI workflow and Power Automate show you just what it is. Now, for those listening, you might be asking, what is robotic or what we call RPA? Now, what it is sometimes you might have legacy systems that don't have API, right? Like you have to go through some processes and there isn't any API for it. An example would be code application where you have to go on filling or putting your query in a field in a text box or something, hit search, and the result comes in. Now, you can actually automate this process using what we call the robotic process. Now, Power Automate has a feature, but now with the acquisition of Submotive, this is taking it like the next level. What this means is that now all the legacy systems that are not API enabled, you can easily use things rapidly with the robotic process. That's just one use. The tons and tons of this. So go check Power Automate and the soft mode patches out. Then I think I'm going to leave what I want to talk about for the last so that we can just jump a couple of. Now the next thing is um, Azure Synapse, which is like kind of like the new um, uh, data warehouse, analytics, all that all bundled together. So if you're in the areas, if you're in the area of data mining, data warehousing, processing, that Azure Synapse Link is something out for. Now, for my friends who are in Xamarin, right? Uh, Something cool coming. So a build talked about project Maui, I think multi-platform user interface. So it's exciting. Microsoft and the Xamarin team are coming up with some really wide stuff across for Xamarin. And I mean, trust you. Let's see if I can, you know what? Let's see if I can put it up so we can get it up built. So let's try to look for. Let's Yep, build native apps. This might be quite long, but then it's there. You can check it out from build. Like Maui is going to be the next thing for Xamarin Forms. So you might see that there might be a bit of breaking change, but it actually, trust me, awesome. Would love that. Then there was a mention of Windows or WinUI. Crazy. I saw the I was like, wow. So now from Windows Form, WF and all this unified in XAML is awesome. It was just mind blowing. You can really imagine all the cool stuff, the hard work that has. Check this out on the build side. Then you can also talk about now hold on, mixed reality. Mixed reality is now available in all the Power Platform environment. So in preview, so you can go into your Power Platform environment and go test out all the mixed reality features that were released that built for Power Platform. That love that. So you can do like placing objects in real life by just reality there. Well, a couple of the cool stuff that I was really about that I'm going to show you now. If you don't know what Windows Terminal is, right? Now, let me just let's do. Just going to go ahead and do CMD, right? Not command. Let's do this. This is your. Let me bring this. So this is your traditional. All right. This is your traditional command prompt. All right. Nothing sexy about it. Nothing fun about it. Nothing. Can do much with it. I mean, it's cool and all that, but pretty much that's it. Now, before I talk about this next, if you are not aware of the Windows subsystem for Linux, WSL, right, you should go check it out. Now, version 2 was released at build. Now, in version 1, there was kind of like this is a subsystem that allowed you to kind of like run any Linux image or build on from Windows. So you don't necessarily have to do like a dual boot, right? In Power Toys. Run for this. You know what? I was actually going to talk about it there because I have Power Toys installed. Before the stream, I had Power Toys. I was just thinking, Power Toys, that's just making my stream a bit laggy. But yes, there is also Power Toys. Things there. Yes, well, I was like my friend, my colleague from Gadar is saying, yes, there was also Power Toys. Now, Power Toys is like and one where the days was a name for it. We would download this that allowed us to tweak Windows to look like maybe a Mac or change the menu and all that. Well, that's what Power Toys is like. But Power Toys adds like some extra cool stuff to your already Windows stuff. It allows you to do stuff. Well, back to the Windows subsystem. If you don't know about that, now the good thing is that in the latest version of it, which is WSL2, actually, where is go aka.ms.wsl. Let me put it right here. That stats doc software. Yes. Yeah. Well, let me put this here. Let's see. So for those of you who are, I have this very weird thing. Sometimes when I want to post link like the entire channel, it doesn't go. I will have to do one channel. Come back to. So yeah. So back to Windows subsystem. Now in WSL2, it is actually kind of like a Linux kernel, in the added. So now you're not doing dual boot. Now let me show you. Now if you watch closely here, uh, down here, you should see I have like an Ubuntu, right? So which means I can run like Ubuntu right from Windows. Now, what if it makes it cool is the Windows terminal. Windows terminal also version 1 is like available, not preview, like GA, currently available. Now check this out. This is Windows terminal. All right. Now, I was trying to install Powerline. I think there's something wrong with my font, so some of the calligraphy is. But let's do this. Let me bring this up here. All right. Let's now check this out. It has tabs. Currently, I'm working in PowerShell. So someone will ask, what's the cool thing about this that I'm talking about or make pass all about? Okay, hold on. Check this out. Now, if I come here, look at this. Now, what I did was I went ahead the Microsoft Store and then I installed Debian and so now check this out. I can have PowerShell. Okay, this is already PowerShell. Now I have another tab that is what? Your regular what command prompt. This is PowerShell. This is your regular command prompt. I can go ahead and add what? An Ubuntu, right? So I'm right now I'm going to be running. Check this out. Not I'm running Linux, all right? So I can go ahead and do this like I'm running Linux right from within Windows, all right? See if that's not enough. I can go ahead and now connect to what? Debian flavor of Linux, which I already have, all right? Now, aside that, check this out. I can go ahead also and then say, hey, I want Azure Cloud Shell, right? Connects to my Azure a browser. Well, my browser just opened up. Where is the browser? Let's go there, right. So let's do, we are supposed to Microsoft.com/device and go ahead and copy this, put the code in 6RRNY and it will ask me to connect. Let me Outlook and boom. This will now connect me into my Azure client, my Azure like Cloud Shell. All right. So I would have, yeah, there's something with an internet, but that's fine. But look at this. I would have like all these shells or all this right from within what one. Look at it. Look at the cost transparency, all the fun stuff that can have can have with can have with a terminal. So that is what makes the Windows terminal cool. Now, with all this, you can get them from the store, all right? So go there, download it, and you're fine. And then there's also the Windows Package Manager, WinGet. All right, WinGet allows you just like you have like Brew, Chocolate, and other stuff on like Mac and Windows. Now the package manager for Windows is called Winget. Also check that out. I think let me. So I'm going to put out links to all this. There's a terminal. There's the terminal that is Winget. Um, it's okay, and then code space. Yes. Also put the link. Yeah. Oh, yep. And then also cool stuff for .NET. .NET Core, right? .NET Core 3.1 available for you to some backward compatibility stuff that you have some fun. Well, now back to the main thing that I wanted to spend some time on today, which is which is the Azure Static Web Apps, right? Now, if you're not familiar with what static websites are, yes, I know this was what I talked about on that green room discussion on build. Well, yes, people would say, well, but Sam, we moved away from static websites a long time ago because static websites were no longer in vogue, right? We moved from static to dynamic because dynamic websites were content here and there, database connections here and there, and all that. So why are we back to static websites, and why do you feel like static web apps, are the things? Well, let me let me show you why. Now, have you heard about the term Jamstack? Okay, we have a lot of stack, man, pan, man, more different stacks. Forgive me, I'm just overactive. Okay, so Jamstack, JAM stack is JavaScript, API, and then what? Markup. JavaScript, API, and markup. These are the things that make up Jamstack. Now, let me talk about because this is like a very good resource that we use. I don't. Okay, let's go. Right now, think about this. For your dynamic website, apart from your UI, like a front end and that, we have database, right? Have a lot of server-side processes. So ideally, when you're running your traditional website, which is dynamic, you either have the pages generated on the server side or stuff done on the client side. Now you have a lot of risks with this. Now, because it's connected to a database, you are prone to all the database attack vectors. That's one. And then two, because it also has a middleman, like you have some middle services or server-side technology like PHP and all that happening in there. What happens also is that you also are prone to attacks on the server-side technology you're using on your pages, right? That's one. Aside that, there are a lot of, like, in most cases, the cost involved. Now, do regular stack or dynamic websites, your server is running 24/7, whether there's a hit to it or not, still running, right? Power, compute time, processing time, whether it's hit, right? That is a traditional dynamic. Now, what the Jamstacks tries to do is pure JavaScript, which is much it now, your APIs, right? And then your what? Your markup. So JavaScript, in the sense that Jamstack allows you to regular JavaScript or vanilla JavaScript or any of the flavors you want, coupled with APIs. So at this point, your application is running JavaScript, all right? It's just built on JavaScript with the markup. So your markup can be Flash or whatever that is Spark, whatever that is. Okay. Now, so it has that. It has a JavaScript, and the API talks to the API. So at this point, there isn't any server-side technology that is rendering or doing any heavy lifting there for your app for that particular website. However, it is calling onto APIs to do that work, and this is cleaner, this is much secured, and this is what faster in terms of performance. Now, what happens is that with the Jamstack, all you are doing is you're saving static files. And if you've been in the web industry for a while now, saving static files is not that expensive. So in this case, you can use like CDNs, your static files all across, making your website fast to load, performant, and scaling is just a matter of what adding it to more what CD. That is what Jamstack provides for you. And that is what the likes of Hugo, Gatsby, uh, Next.js, Next, that's like these are what we call static site generators, right? They allow you to generate static sites and you run them cost effectively. However, to also push this and allow you to do this even in a much simpler way, Microsoft Azure team, same thing, JavaScript, call APIs and backup. In this case, the APIs are generated or built. What? What am I hearing? Am I hearing something like Azure Function? Yes, you're right. Using Azure Function. So you have your plain JavaScript, creating APIs using what Azure Functions, and then your markup. And that's it. Hosted from within what? From within Azure for you. Now, that's not just the catch. The cool thing is that it takes care of the global distribution application closer to almost all your use across the world. That is one. It integrates into GitHub. Yes, it's automatically integrated into GitHub. It generates actions for you. It creates, quote unquote, it creates your CI/CD pipeline for you. All you need to go in there, create your file, make your modification. The action taking, it deploys it, pushes it to Azure, readily available. But after all, that is the life of a developer, right? We create code, we push it to GitHub, we do some changes, commit to do that, fixing a CI/CD pipeline is deployed, right? Jamstack for you, and then Azure Static Websites takes it to the next level. Now, how easy? Show you how quick it is. I'm going to walk you through how to create the very first Azure Static website right on the show. If you have any questions, you can send them my way, and I will try to answer them. Right? Oh, let's see. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so let's do this. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go to this site. Let's begin, and then let's do um Azure Static website. I have one already. I have created one already, but I want to show you how easy it is from right within the Microsoft Docs. So what you can do if you go to docs.microsoft.com and look at Azure Static websites, right? No, not one. This Azure Static apps, static web apps. Yep, Azure. Yep, there we go. Yeah, this is. Oh no, I'm going to Dan's website. No, that's not what I want. Where is that? Okay, I think let me do this. aka.ms Azure start SW. No, that's not. Pa- pa- have that here. Okay. Yes, there we go. Azure Static Web Apps. So this is it. If you go to let me put and trust me, I've gone through the docs, solid on point and awesome. Oh, right? So this is it, right? Azure Static Web Apps service that automatically builds web apps Azure from GitHub. So yeah, it's your full stack. That's what I'm saying. You can use your Node. Sorry, you can use your TypeScript. Sorry, Angular. It can actually be built, right? And I know. um, actually, in fact, what? Let me go and poke at him. I know a friend of mine, Stefan, will be screaming when I tell him that you can actually run this failed with it. So this is how it works, right? You create a repository, link to it, you do your push or pull or whatever request, you make change. It calls GitHub Action, right? Then GitHub Action goes ahead and prepares a static website and does the deployment. The API version of the Jamstack is done with Azure Function. So you can create your function either using Sharp, Node, or technically, if you have anything containerized, you can use that and the function also works. That's it. So check out the feature. Get what? Free web hosting for static content like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and pages. Get free web hosting. Don't pay for that. Your APIs, like I mentioned, is done with Azure Function, right? I'm going to Stefan. I'm going to tell him, did you know built in uh oh What did we just static apps? Yep. So it gives you, like I mentioned, so it gives you what? Free hosting, integrated API. It's a first party GitHub integration, which means you're working straight from GitHub. You get a free SSL certificate, you get global distribution, that is your there's seamless security because course everything is integrated right within the module. So you're not worried about can this API call this, can API call that. You can do authentication provided integrate that Active Directory. So things like Facebook, Google, GitHub, Twitter, can integrate all those authentication providers. You can also customize your own authentication rules. You can have backend routing and a whole lot of goodness. Now, what you can do with it, you can build modding applications, and what I was talking about. So you can actually perform this. So here you can, whether it's Angular, React, Svelte, Vue, you can create them. There's no stopping you, right? You can publish to static sites with like Gatsby, or deploy, with frameworks like Next, and you can do all this in Azure Static Web and deploy from all these platforms. So let me show you how easy it before we end. We're going to create our very first. So I'm going to go here, build your first static app. So let's click very simple steps. So what happens is that it's going to ask me. So first of all, you need at least to have you need to have like a GitHub repository, right, with at least one static file. Okay. So let's go to the no framework. I'm just going to keep it very framework agnostic. Won't do Angular, won't do React. We're just going to do like a very basic. Let's do a very basic like no framework, right? No framework. So here, I'm going to copy. There's just a basic repo. Let's go to that repo. How easy. See, so here I'm going to create my repo where the file is going. So there's a generator here to. So let's say let's call this static demo, right? So remember this. Static is a public site. So if you go to my repo, you can see all these things, donate and mess around, right? Let's say Azure static web app demo on show, right? Okay, so there you go, and then go ahead and what? Check. Okay. Yeah. So go here, and then I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's remember the static demo, and then I'll just do create repository, right? So what this is gonna do is that I'm gonna go ahead into my GitHub, create a static demo repository, and then put just a dummy HTML file there, and just some very basic stuff. So I mean, nothing fancy. All right, look at this. It's just a repo with what? An index.html file. Look at this. Basic, right? And then what? A CSS file for style, right? Nothing fancy. This is like just a very basic site. Then a README file, which is what we're seeing here, right? Simple. Let's put this up. I'm going now. What I'm going to do. I'm going to clone this. Yeah, I can actually decide to just, you know what? Let's just go through. So I have this repo, right? I have my repo here right now. Now all I need to now do, let's go to portal. Let's go to our Azure portal. Now it's in preview now, so you a portal. Let's go ahead. No, where is it? Yes, this, and you can see simple. It's going to ask me to create the Azure Static Web App. It's going to ask me to connect to my GitHub, pick that particular repo, and we are in. Let's check this. Look at this. I'll just go to create resource and then here static. Look at this. So static web app pre this. Then just go ahead and click on this create button. create. Then we wait for it gently. Wait for region, and then there you go here. So what do? We select um one. So here, select our subscription resource group. Let's see. I'm gonna put it here. Uh, right IoT. Let's just do. I'm gonna create a new resource group here. I'll by call this resource by tech, right? And then the name. How do I want to call it? I'll just call it static region. Put it in the US. So for now, these are just the region so far, right? I'm sure with time they're going. Then it's a and now here, this is the other part. So now I'm going to signing into my GitHub. What that's going to do is that it's going to create all the GitHub actions, connections, and all that. It's going to create it and also prepare the Azure stuff for me. Go here, sign in. I think I've already authorized my GitHub report. Ask me to again. So I'll select the organization I have in GitHub repo. Then loading the yep. So where is this? Yeah, I think it's demo. Uh, hold on. Let's see. What's the repo? Oh, it's a static demo all the way down. Yeah, there you go. Static demo. We select it. Then it's going to ask me for the branch. Okay, so select the again. There you go, the master branch. Right. Then I'm going to go to next, and then here. So if we were doing anything like like uh, uh, any of the other frameworks, I would specify the location of the API so it knows where the API folder is. This is going to create like a build configuration file, JSON file. I think it's a YAML file, right? And then where all the other artifacts are. So if you're doing something like a node application, something like that, I could also show the folder with hatch because it can do that so that the build action. We're not going to use any API now, so I'm going to do this. Everything else is going to be, and then I can just go ahead and do create. And right now, what's happening is it's going ahead to creating the GitHub action, doing all that. And well, it's validated. So let's go ahead and create. So now it's going to go ahead, create all the GitHub action, create all the necessary Azure, create like the Azure function, everything for me that I can start to create my API, right? And once that is done, you can just look at the URL, hit it, the website is there. Now, once this is done, we're going to go back the repo. Right, look at this. It's done. Pin it. Go to the resource. Quite very simple, right? And check this out. So Microsoft actually generates like a random name for you. Let's copy this. Let's come back here and let's paste. What do we have? We have our very own, right? Your static app is live and waiting for content. This is good. You can see that is up. Now, if you go to your, where is that? Where if we go back to our no, it's implement. Yes, go here to GitHub run. Yes, that. So we're not going to get configuration. Of course, we don't have any Azure function there yet, so you can't see that. Let me do. Yeah. Now, this is what you need to do. When you click here, it's going to take you to your GitHub. What's that? Workflows aren't run on this. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's enable this. All right, it should be enabled. There you go. Okay, and let's. This should have added that. That off. Yep, yep, yep. Workflow. Okay, let me refresh the static. Then let's go to. Yep. Yeah. So look at that. So you see the workflow is being the workflow is done here. The workflow right here. So if I go back at action, this should start a very okay. Added our workflow. Let's refresh this. Like still run background. It added the workflow file to it. Cool. Cool. Back in it. Yes. Enable the action. Okay, so all right. So now that this is this actions are being enabled, show the workflow or AWS. So these are a lot of like default workflows I can use, but we already have a default. Okay, so this is what I'm going to go here into the code. Let's go going here. Copy. I'm going to make a change, right, and then push it. So let's copy this and jump. Come here. Go. Let me make there. Let's uh, call this tick. Go. Static. Right. So static folder. Then I can do it. I'll clone it into this repository so I can work from this. Right. Yeah. Clone in here. As you can. Then I'm going to go ahead and code. Open the code. Okay. Now, as you can see, let's open this up a bit. So now, check this out. Allow this scan. Yes, allow this. This is the file, right? This is the HTML file, the README, and this is the GitHub action that were added for static websites right here. Okay. So I'm just going to go to the index file and then I'm going to change the field was awesome. Uh, and then I'll save this. And as usual, that my Git extension telling me found some this, right? In order to use pull request, yeah, I think I have no close. Yes, now I have a token. Yeah, but I'm going to go here. Just tries it. Sorry, but I'm authorizing GitHub to allow me access from. There was an extension update. I'm using multi-factor authentication now. Go ahead, get that. Okay. Yep. Authorized it. Yeah. And there we go. Yep. Authorized. So it's okay. It's asking me to dive shot that quick. Let me close. that. Check the deltas. Yeah, we're close. Go. Then, um, and also, what's happening? Looks like it ain't up because this, yeah, it's on the deltas. See, I think I'm using a Linux program. Don't mind me tapping lots of time. I'm not using. Okay, look at this. It found the changes. I did changes to the index and the okay, so I can just say made change the text, right? And then let's save, let's commit this. This committed. We're going to push. So when we push this, when this is pushed, all right, when this is pushed, what's going to happen is that it's going to call that whole actions that was created for us by Azure and then try to process it. So let's refresh this. Okay. And let's browse this again. Of course, no. Unless of course, let me come here. No result. Yes, we have a yes, pipeline added, right within. I don't think I've enabled codes. I'll just open codes with else. I'm going to other one I did before. So let's go here home static app here. Mouse. Boop. Look at this. Cool. Right? Now I'm just going to do the same thing I did for this one. Let's go to the workflow, right? Running. I'm going to go here. I'm going to clone this. I'm going to use, and this time, let's go back and R all this, right? Then now do git clone this here, right? Done. Code. Let's open again is the same thing. Nothing in here. Going to want to build was awesome. Okay. Couple of exclamation and save this, right? So I made a change, modified. Let's go to our build here. I'll just modify it in title, right? Save this. So we're expecting to say build 20 was awesome, right? So I just made this change. I pushed it, all static website, nothing fancy here. And once this is pushed, cool. What's going to happen now? It came here, looked at action. Check this out. Modified index title working, right? It's making the change. So this is all built into Azure Static Web Apps. Like it's pre-made for you, right? You can create if you can create your own workflow for all that part. However, this is done for you automatically. And I would try to do a blog post, yeah, since we're still doing the Graph API series. I just this was just an episode to talk about build. I'll resume Graph series Friday, but I'll try to do a blog post on the Azure static web apps for you to see how to create. But let's see. Let's refresh this. I realized, so now this is what we had before. Okay, we made a change. Refresh and see. Look at this. Build 2020 was awesome, and is this is a static application, right? People have started building their blogs using this. People are building like site with it. Now, this doesn't mean that dynamic content part is, no, it's not. The dynamic content part is handled by the API. So now you have APIs that are going to get data for you, but then you can now use markup to what represent the application. So if we go back to the, like I mentioned, you can do this. Check this out. You can do this with let's see, build this. You can do this with React, Angular with Vue built. You can do it with it. So I'll encourage you to go check this site out. Go through the step by step. Sign up for a free Azure account, and then hey, have fun, enjoy. Static apps. This is what this and CodeSpace are the new it for me. So going forward, you'll be seeing a lot of CodeSpace stuff like that. But hey, if you enjoyed today's episode, even though we have some technical challenges, or let me know in the comment, and also beep, beep, beep. Right. Well, till I come your way again next week with another episode of the awesome Demystify Tech. This has been joining you. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe, and let's meet for another episode. I am out.